We're back here, ready to talk with more people. Yeah, we have to go there to Duncan, but we are continuing our exploration of the camp first.
You there, elf. What's your name?
Him?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turnlogain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Ooh, yes. That guy, actually. You can do something with him. Do I remember correctly? I don't really know. Ash warrior leader.
Maker's breath, another elf. What do you want?
What's wrong with elves? Do you have a problem? I don't understand.
Not in particular, except for them being so thin-boned. You make good messengers sometimes. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter.
You know, it's thin boning is genetic, I suppose. And by the way, I love elves in Dragon Age because they are different from your standard elves. You know, because they are petite, which is refreshing. Well, you don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash warriors.
Alright, and what is an Ash warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the dwarf son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
Well, what does an Ash warrior do then?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
I would think that a dog could be a liability in a combat. More than help, actually, but if it's a trained dog... Well... Is a dog that good in combat?
A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet, or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
Alright. What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The Wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Would it be smarter to leave your dogs behind?
They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Oh well, bye.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
You're rude. Oh, there are dogs inside. Ah, yes, of course. Oh.
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new Warden? I could use some help.
I don't know anything about dogs.
It's not what you know so much as what you are, really. This is a Mabari. Smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed Darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
And? Maybe you can help him, Alistair. I mean, Alistair is a full warden.
Nope, dogs and I don't get along. You do it if you're so eager. Just leave me out of it.
Actually, Mira has no experience whatsoever with pets of any kind. And she doesn't particularly like dogs, so before anybody frets out, gets triggered by me not picking up the dog, I'm not going to pick up the dog. Because, I don't know, some people could be triggered by me not picking up the dog and leaving him to die, because if you don't pick him up, he just dies here, right? But yeah, this is a game, and Mira has his own person, and she's not interested in a dog. Well, why do you think I could muzzle him then?
You're a Grey Warden, or soon will be. All Wardens are immune to the Darkspawn taint. The most you have to worry about is some tooth marks.
I've never heard that. I'm sorry, but this is not... There's nothing I can do here, really. I'm not interested.
Let me know if you change your mind. Otherwise, I'll have to put him down.
Yeah.
Maker above, hear the prayers
Again?
of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your prophet Andraste now beg your forgiveness. Do not abandon us in our darkest hour. Watch over the valiant King Kaelin and guide him as he faces this terrible evil. Watch over Terran Loghain and give him the wisdom to bring us victory against the Scourge of Shadow. Watch over Farelden, the homeland of Holy Andraste. Keep her people safe from the Darkspawn. Let us bow our heads and offer
Oh,
prayers to the Maker.
hello.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
Not at all. What do you mean?
I deliver messages around the camp. You have a message for me?
Well, maybe I do.
Then what is... Oh, wait. Are you the one I'm supposed to give Sir Garland's sword to? Because I think the smith's done with it.
Oh, of course, yes, you're supposed to give the sword to me.
Oh, that's such a relief. You really saved me from the switch for sure. I'd best get back to my duties again before I get in more trouble.
Oh yeah, there was something about him. So we have a new sword. Maybe we can give him to Alistair directly. Give it to Alistair. Wait. This is specific against Darkspawn. This... both of these weapons have their own advantages. Well, I'm not gonna swap them for now, but I guess we could sell this eventually. Ooh, the King's Guard.
Greetings. King Kaelin is not in his tent right now.
Do you know where he is now?
I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did.
Yeah, the foolish boy. Drinking, seriously? Tell me about the king. You must see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Terran Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
Honestly, how should I know?
I thought Grey Wardens knew all about the Darkspawn. The king thought it was funny that Terran called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
Oh, did they? Oh, by the way, Mira knows that King Kaelin is married to Honora, who is the daughter of Thern Loghain. So they're fighting about the queen. The queen?
She's the Terran's daughter.
Yeah, I know.
He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Well, it is a thing. I mean, everybody knows that Honora has not given a child to Kaelan yet, so there is no heir to the throne of Farelden, and that's the only issue that there is with Anora, actually. I should go then.
As you wish.
What's up here?
Look carefully, men. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
Alistair, you said that we are gonna be going into the wilds to gather some darkspawn blood, didn't you? This is fun, since we're not supposed to touch it. Alright, something is going on. What's behind here? Is there anything here at all? Ooh. All right. And you?
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Though all before me is darkness, yet shall the Maker's light be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the Fade, for there is no darkness, nor death in the Maker's light. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the Fade, for there is no darkness, nor death in the Maker's light.
Hello.
Hello again. You need something now?
Not really, just saying hello.
Oh, all right. Nice to see you again.
Bye. I thought he was going to tell me that he had been punished because I took the sword.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me.
There was a problem with the audio right there. There is this problem. Sometimes one person's dialogue is completely... You cannot hear it. I wonder what could fix that.
There are lots of darkspawn, different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of. Our short friend here, for instance, is something called a genlock. They're pretty common in the Horde, but we've seen others much larger. We don't know where these new darkspawn are coming from, or what they can do. All I can say is to use caution. There aren't any we've seen that won't die once they bleed enough.
This game has so much content. You could pass by these people and hear something different 2 or 3 times over. Let's try and open this chest.
Nonsense talk stopped immediately. What are you, a bunch of Natric fishwives spreading gossip until you brand your small clothes out of terror? We see nothing to suggest that the Darkspawn drag our people underground to eat them. And I want this talk about Darkspawn and enslaving survivors to stop immediately. Keep your minds focused on the battle. You fight for Farelden and for your king. Remember
that. Talking about that, I wonder why the Warden have a very... I mean, the Wardens are an order that's basically composed of people that... Some of them are noble and they join with a pure heart and they might want to fight for the cause, but most of them don't really have any motivation of being a warden except saving their own hide. So if you have an order that is so... where most of the people that are in don't believe in the cause, I mean, how can these people fight for it well? I don't know if I explained myself right there, but... Alright, you know what we could do? We could try and meet Loghain, because Mira likes him. She's heard and read much about him.
You approach the tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business.
Tell me about the Tairn.
How can you not know of Loghain?
I know.
He helped free Farelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tairn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
I expected you could tell me something more personal. Well, is he inside? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Well, surely you can tell me a little about him?
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Loghain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I agree. Very much. Maybe I could meet the Tairn?
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Well, I'm not a Grey Warden yet.
You impressed His Majesty, nonetheless. He could not contain his excitement over your meeting.
Yeah.
Caelan's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Farelden?
Oh, so it's his fault then. Yes, I did know that. A fascination you don't share.
The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Caelan thinks. I hear you're from the Circle of Mage. The first enchanter spoke highly of you. A great achievement, for one so young. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I suppose not, and I hope not. I have no training. But honestly, the truth is that I don't know.
If Caelan has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
And what if he doesn't?
Then simply pray.
Well, that was an important moment for Mira because she actually met Loghain. Just like that. So now, I think we might as well... Who is that? Oh, it's a guard. We might as well continue with our now main quest. Hello, Duncan.
You found Alistair, did you?
Yeah.
Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Wait, 3? 3? Oh yeah, it's because Alistair is a warden already. Yeah, I knew. I mean, Alistair actually talked about the blood. Well, surely you could have acquired some blood before now.
Of course. You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after.
Me, a criminal, and an idiot. Great. And what's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
How unresponsible of you as an order to leave them just there. What if these scrolls are no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
Exactly.
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
How will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
And what kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Yeah. More ways the Warden used to blackmail others, I suppose. Is this part of our joining too?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
I am for sure. It's about the other people I'm worried about. Fine.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
So we have Jory, right, and David in our party. We need to give them some... Is there anything behind here? Oh yeah, some elf. We need to inspect them. Let's check their inventories first, because I don't remember what they are. David is a rogue, and he has his bow. He is equipped. And Jory... Who is a two-handed, right? I remember now. Okay, then. Yep. Alright, let's concentrate on dexterity and cunning for him, because he's a rogue. So we're gonna make our job easier. We don't really need this, neither this, but yeah, these companions are not gonna stick with us for long. I'm gonna give him as much archery as possible. Maybe I should keep him ranged and avoid basic roguery. Sustained passive. Maybe he could need one of those to defend himself from close attacks, close ranged attacks. Yeah, this one. Here we go. Sir Jory, you're gonna be strong. Yeah, I guess I'll stick with this. The usual, and some two-handed pommel strike. This one, mighty blow, Thunder arms. Activated. Sustained. Oh, let's try this one, and precise striking. Nah, I'm going with indomitable. Here we go. Shall we proceed?
Going.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Well then, let's try to survive. And we are in the wilds. This is a very atmospheric part of the game, and I love the scenery and the setting. Actually, I think this is technically a swamp area. Wow, I never noticed that these stones are actually engraved. Maybe it's because I have a huge monitor right now, and my new PC is quite... I can run this game with the very highest settings, and maybe that's why I'm noticing more detail. Wolves. There we go.
Right to the face.
Let's keep ranged. Wow, that was quick.
Say your prayers. Dead yet?
Oh, he's still alive.
I think we work well together.
Mira laughing.
Yes.
Let's pick up some of the loot we have around here. Wolf pelts are sellable, not for that much, but still. Right about now we are going to pick up everything we can find. Maybe it's better if we actually follow this path. More wolves.
Nice try. Not enough.
Come on, guys.
If you insist. Too fast for you. How amusing.
Right to the face. Dead yet?
Take that.
I think we work well together.
All right. I love fighting with a party. It's so much more realistic and not necessarily challenging, but realistic, believable, and actually you never feel really alone. When I used to play Tomb Raider when I was younger, I was always feeling very lonely. That's something you don't feel in these games, loneliness. When you are with your party, everything is more interesting. We have missionary Jogby here, dead. With a letter, a personal letter. Alright. If I remember correctly, this guy here is supposed to be the son of a guy that came around these parts to preach and to spread the word of the Maker amongst the Chastened, which are the people who inhabit, tribal people who inhabit these swamps. And I think Jogby is the son, and he was supposed to meet his father somewhere. I'm not going to read the quest log because I think...
Over here.
Oh god, I think we don't need to. My explanation could be enough.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
I don't think we can take him back, but maybe we should try and bandage him up, at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
Alright.
Thank you. Oh. I've got to get out of here.
And again...
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Good God, he's the one that volunteered, and he's like the one that is less, how would you say, less convinced by all of this. He should be the most determined. Well, you forget I have magic at my command. We'll be fine.
I still do not relish the thought of encountering an army.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Maybe we should talk a little bit with Sir Jory and David.
I am ready.
You said you were from Redcliffe.
I hail from Redcliffe, but Duncan recruited me in Highever, a city off the northern coast. Have you travelled there?
Never been out of the tower. But, well, no, never.
I was in Arlayman's retinue when he attended King Maric's funeral. It was in Highever that I met my Helena. I was smitten. She has the most beautiful eyes, my Helena. Now, for years I found any excuse to return there. We married a year ago. Arlayman gave me leave to serve in Highever, but I was attempting to persuade Helena to come to Redcliffe with me, at least until I was recruited.
And you... Well, he kind of abandoned her, but still...
Never. I will return to her once my duty is done and the Blight defeated.
But... should have thought this better, man. Well, how did the Grey Wardens find you?
Last month, Duncan visited Highever, and the band held a tournament in his honor. I won the Grand Melee. It was hard to leave my wife. We married only a year ago, and she is heavy with child now. But Farelden needs my blade, and I shall not falter.
I still think you made a big mistake. Well, what do you think of Duncan?
He has a seemingly impossible task, with a scarce handful of Grey Wardens, yet he does not complain or flinch from his duty.
What do you think we should do now?
We need to find those documents and the Darkspawn blood. It should be... interesting.
Let's say so.
Indeed.
And you, David?
Yes?
Where are you from?
I grew up in a village about a day's trip to the east. Little blot you wouldn't even find on a map. Haven't been back in years. I struck out for the city as soon as I could outrun my pa. I've been in Denerim for, what, 6 years now? Never liked it much, but there's more purses there than anywhere else.
So you're a cut purse?
And a pickpocket, thank you very much. Or was, anyhow. Who'd ever guess I'd end up a Grey Warden?
Yeah, who would, indeed. So how did the Grey Wardens find you?
I found them. I cut Duncan's purse while he was standing in a crowd. He grabs my wrist, but I squirm out and bolt. The old bugger can run, but the garrison caught me first. I'm a wanted man in Denerim, you see, so they were going to string me up right there.
What happened then?
Duncan stopped them. Invoked the right of conscription. I gave the garrison the finger while I was walking away. Don't know why Duncan wants someone like me, but he says finesse is important and that I'm fast with a blade. You bet your boots I am. Besides, it beats getting strung up.
Yeah. What do you think of Duncan?
All right for an old bugger. He's faster than he looks, too.
Right. So what should we do now, in your opinion?
You heard the same speech I did. Blood and old treaties. Off we go into the wilds.
Oh, fine then.
Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
Me? I thought we were following Alistair, actually. Ah, there we go. More corpses all around. Oh, look at that.
That flower. White with a red centre. The kennel master at Ostergar was asking about those.
Well, really, was he? Why did he want them, do you know?
The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
Well, we'll see if the reward is actually worth it. There we go.
All right.
Come on, guys. Look, we have some targets here. Come on.
Oh!
Actually, I'd rather help with this one.
Oh, look, it wants to fight.
Don't say I didn't warn you!
Oh, these people up here. They are the real problem. David, can you help with these? All right.